Hey there, Ryan Reynolds here. It's a new year, and you know what that means. No, not the diet. Resolutions. A way for us all to try and do a little bit better than we did last year. And my resolution, unlike big wireless, is to not be a raging and raise the price of wireless on you every chance I get. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited. See mintmobile.com for details.
Build a routine with Ollie that supports your wellness needs, like getting your daily vitamins and minerals with Ollie's multi-gummies, or keeping your mood upbeat with all the vitamin D in Hello Happy. Give your gut health some support with probiotics, and wake up feeling refreshed after taking Ollie Sleep. Do wellness on your terms. Find Ollie at a Walmart or Target near you or at ollie.com. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Welcome to I Don't Need an Acting Class with Milton Justice.
The point is, if you know what it feels like to connect. In other words, we have a tendency to shy away from it. We have a tendency to intellectualize it. We have a tendency to speak in that analytical tone that actors often do. And so they speak in an analytical tone. You know, I think that she is very definite and you're thinking, what the hell are we talking about? What is this, a college lecture? So what I'm trying to get you to do is get to the point that if you are describing a character, you describe the character like, I think she is definite. I think she's strong. I think you don't fuck with her. Well, when you say it that way, then I know how you're going to play it. As opposed to the analytical tone that actors use, and I hear it all the time. Nothing is more painful for me than to pass by a group of actors talking about a part or a play. Yes, well, I think. And so it is a matter. And listen, poor James, who I've abused now for so long, but he keeps coming back. I'm to the point where if you say, and boy, you worked on the same small monologue for 6 weeks, and I would stop him when I'd say, so where are you? And he'd say, well, so I'd walk through the door and I'd stop him because there was no door and he didn't walk through it. And as far as I'm concerned, this is missing the opportunity to act. If you're an actor and if you're walking through a door, I need to know what kind of door it is. In other words, every single thing is there to affect us. Everything. And it saves you this problem when, I have a whole thing which won't mean anything to you. When I was talking to Jed about the Bridgerton thing, as I said, there's this thing called active listening. There's this thing called active looking. Somehow or another, actors think if they say, "Oh yes," so you're going to look out the door. Well, I'm looking out the door, but you see what I mean? It has to be active. I mean, we have a lot to do. If I'm listening, it's like I need to have a sense, and it happens all the time because your auditions from now on are just like this, which is kind of the joy of Zoom. I see all of you the way that you're going to be auditioning. And so when you are connected, we know it. most actors, and I've been doing this a long time, most actors don't act except when they're talking. So because of that, um, uh, so we used to say your audition starts the second you walk through the door. That's when we auditioned in person. So now I can tell you the audition starts the second I see you. And if you don't start acting until you start talking, I have already decided I'm not interested in you. I've already decided I'm not interested in you because you're sitting there looking. And that's what I said to Jed. Sorry, he's not in class today. It's much more fun to abuse him when he's here. But that's what I said. I said, you're just standing there. And he said, well, I'm looking at this other person at the party. And I said, and he said, and I'm thinking, I can't believe he's here. And but do you see what I mean? It's like he's thinking, can't believe he's here. Now, if you talk everything out, it becomes active. As soon as you talk out, wow, I can't believe he's here. Now I own something. I'm not going to do it in the audition, but I've talked it out. And because I've talked it out, I own it emotionally. And the more I talk it out, and I'm telling you, if you did the same story again, it would be like Severin adding stuff to James's. If you kept talking it out, and I'm telling you, you talk it out 2, 3, 4 times, you own it. You're sitting there and I'm saying, so what the hell is going on? What are you looking at? And he says, what's it? I can't remember the character's name. Anyway, and he said, I can't believe that Alexander came to this party. Only it's British. Alexander came to this party. So, but it's like he's looking at it. And if you talk out what's going on, then what you talk out is, my God, I can't believe he came. And then the second time you do it, you say, oh, I can't believe he, oh God, damn, he looks good. Wow. Okay. And then the third time I talk it out, I said, man, I can't believe, wow, damn it. Boy, what is he, but you see what I mean? And so every time I talk it out, I start adding other stuff.
So you're even talking out the thoughts, because that wasn't even a line he had.
I talk out everything, especially the thoughts.
Okay. All right.
That's what I talk out. I talk out, listen, I talk out the whole audition.
Yeah.
If I were doing that, so I am at, well, God, I can't remember anybody else's name. Why would I remember characters in Bridgerton? But at any rate, I talk out and I'm sitting there and saying, God, I love this mansion. These people, it's so beautifully kept. Oh my God. There's Alexander. Huh, I can't believe he's here. It's not even my line. My line is, Alexander, I can't believe you come to one of these parties. That's the line. But the problem is that I am the camera started for my audition while I was standing there. So do you see what I mean? Okay, so yes.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about yesterday. I have to redo it because I didn't build me getting beat up in the beginning.
Oh,
Yeah, which is fine. But now I get it now because it makes sense about my first line. I'm clear.
Okay.
All right, yeah. I mean, this is good. I didn't really consider, I mean, it's valid, but I didn't consider when you gave the Bridgerton example of him seeing the guy and how he felt about it and like experience that feeling. And then that I leads you into saying, you're here,
Yeah.
right? Huh? Okay.
But look, the thing about it is, I'm starting with these exercises
Yeah.
so that you can layer in the skill.
Right.
If I get up every morning, if I get up every morning and take the same thing and build it, right? You know, and build, I love it, and I build, I hate it. And then the next day, do the same one. And then the next day, do the same one. Because then I start to learn that what I'm doing is I am keeping fresh the experience of what I'm talking about. And it's a huge thing to realize that once I get it right, doesn't mean I have it. That's the thing. Poor boy, you kept calling me. He says, it felt really good. How do I do that again? Boy, he was very young and inexperienced and a pain in the ass. But it's like, and he asks all sorts of questions like that. He drives me insane. He wanted to come to my house. I said, please don't. Anyway, but he said, I'll bring you cold sesame noodles. And I said, I don't care. But the point is, look, there's a lot to learn in acting. And you don't just get it one day. I mean, really, seriously, I'll be 77 in a couple of months and I'm still getting it. I mean, as much as I want to kill Boyu, I learned so much working with him on his monologue that was like new information. I mean, seriously, I've written 2 chapters of a book on Monday and Tuesday. One from Severin's question, another from Douglas's question, and the other was from Jed's audition. So, I mean, it's like I keep learning, I keep figuring out what this is, which is so much fun.
I Don't Need an Acting Class is created and hosted by Milton Justice, produced by me, Walker Vreeland, and music is by Shagoi. I Don't Need an Acting Class is brought to you by weaudition.com, where you can sign up to be a virtual reader for auditions. You can also find a reader for a rehearsal or self-tape. It is the #1 resource for that purpose. And if you use the code Acting Class, you get 25% off, which makes it something like $10 a month. So check that out, weaudition.com. Have a wonderful week, and we will see you back here next time.